What is going on, everybody? This is your man's the one, and that is the big man in the middle. And this is the state of basketball. What is going on? Big storm. Merry future
Was
Christmas.
yes, happy holidays to the Thomases as well. Uh had a good week, man. My son, Jeremy, came home from Ball State. He's kicking it with the old man. Just like I was telling you earlier, just hope that rules of the house are followed because I hate for him to have to be right back in the dorm because he don't have nowhere to stay. But I'm sure he's doing
Well,
well so far. He's doing
I
well
didn't
so
go.
far.
I'm not even gonna ask why he did go home to. I mean, to the mama. I didn't go ask that. But
Yeah,
hey,
that's
man,
not
why?
for the show.
Man, why? Yeah, yes, I understand. Uh, I'm just trying. Why you go furious stylesy, man, over the
Well,
break? You know what I
hey,
mean?
I mean, I feel like you know more than anyone. A father's work is never really done, is it?
No, it ain't. But sometimes the bros just gotta kick it for the break, sit on the couch in your boxers,
Yeah, I don't have a
watch
problem with
some
that.
NBA.
I
You
don't
know
have
what
a
I mean?
problem with that.
Hey, Pop, you need a beer? Yeah. Can I get one? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We sit here
No,
chilling. You know what I'm saying? We
I tell
sit
you
here
what.
chilling.
I tell you what. You give me a 4.0, I'll get a beer for you. You make sure my investment in your tuition is well received. I will give you a beer. How about that?
I am good for that.
He's got to earn that bad boy.
Hey, a beer's
Also
work.
celebrated Mr. Gregory Ernest Mormon for 74th birthday yesterday. Some
Nice.
family members came out and we did it pretty well. Me, my sister, my niece, 3 out of the 4 of my kids were able to make it. Uncle Chris was out there. Um, and my brother-in-law Troy. So we had a good time. Jeremy brought his friend that he brought home from Haiti. So we had a good time. Went to old famous Dave's and got some good proteins.
I'm doing the math. 3 out of 4. Where's the
All right,
fourth
two out
one?
of three. 2 out of 3. Sorry,
Yeah,
tripping.
okay, yeah. Because I'm like, where's the fourth one at? Hey, bro, what you telling me? Okay. I'm down. I'm down.
2 out of the 3.
Okay. Yeah, I know if you saw me over here doing the math, like,
One,
well,
two.
no, them that one and that
Thought it
one.
was 2 boys and a girl, right?
I'm like, yeah, like my math was off. No, that's awesome, man. You know, what I mean, was always cool with Greg. That was my guy.
Yes, sir.
But
So happy to see he made it another year, and parents celebrating their 54th, I believe, 53rd or 54th anniversary this coming week too. It's December is a whirlwind of celebrations.
hey, that's pretty dope, though. 54
Yeah.
years with the same person, you can only be Jesus. Can you imagine being with me for 54? That's why I gotta ask the wife. You know what I mean? Can you imagine being with me for 54 years? Don't you sure I'll probably annoy you about 12, 11? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely a blessing. It doesn't really happen too much these days with people not really down for what they commit to. So for them to be able to do that is a blessing.
Bang, bang, bang. But so we move on. No, awesome week, bro. It's been a pretty good week over here too, man. We did take the L to North Central Friday night, but Mac bounced back. She bounced back pretty well. Nice double double. Being the number one on the scouting report, now it's an adjustment. For being just to sneak up on and
Right.
get your player of the
People
month.
actually planning for you is
Right.
different.
Yeah, much different. Much different. So she bounced back, had a good game, North Central, but they didn't win. But she did win Saturday. The key thing with the Saturday win, even though it made a nice clean sweep for ourselves, um, she had 23 points, and the other team had 23 points, and she didn't play the fourth quarter.
That's some Steph Curry like statistics.
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't like she just played super great. I mean, it was a nice steady game. You know what I mean? Because we go always find the negative in everything. You know what I mean?
We
But
can.
yeah, so it was a good week. Started out, the boy won their first game. His team won their first game. Got him some buckets. Nice spin move for the go ahead bucket. You know what I'm saying? He's a natural.
Nice.
He's been paying attention. And then Michigan men finally won a game yesterday.
Yes. I was worried. I was really worried. Like, Juwan, what are we doing here, buddy? What are we doing?
I figured the wife said, looks like we'd only be good at one of the big sports at one time. Can't do them both at the same time. We had to sacrifice something for the Final Four.
I got you.
No, so yeah, good week of some basketball, but Purdue. I know we didn't talk last week. We were out, but Purdue had hit the number one. They've actually fallen, because
Since
ain't
then.
nobody, since then. But I mean, that's a complete team, man. I don't know how much you've watched of them with your schedule lately, but Purdue is a complete team.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't been able to watch, but I did watch it. I feel like I called it out a few months ago, somewhere in November. I talked about this Ivy kid, and Uncle Mark, I believe, chimed in and said he was the truth, and he's definitely showing that what he can do. So no surprises. They do look like a very complete team, putting boys on notice to watch out come March, but we'll see. We'll see how this thing goes.
It's going to be. I don't see a whole lot in the Big Ten that's going to slow him down. Izzo is doing what Izzo does. His teams are getting better as the season goes along. As if you look at the standings, Michigan State is just steadily creeping up. The team is steadily getting better and better. When tournament time picks up and when Big Ten conference play really gets in, there'll be something you have to talk about. I would like to say Michigan will be a team that you're supposed to talk about, but we've seen so many inconsistencies. I think the only consistent thing that we've seen is Eli Brooks. But we can't get anything out of Brandon Johns, the other little funny boy that jumps around a lot. The freshmen, are looking like freshmen right now. They're not really giving us everything. The transfer, I expect transfers to come. When we get a transfer like Mike Smith, I expect transfers to come in at that age ready to lead teams. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go. But if you look at it, they had 3 NBA players come off that team last year, and 2 of them were underclassmen. Hunter Dickinson, I think you need to step up, bro. I need more. You know what I'm saying? They know what you can do inside the paint. Left hand, you put that right shoulder down and you go over it, you're unstoppable. But they know that now. So I need to see the 15-foot to the 3-point line jump shot. I need something else. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
But the little freshman that does look good. What is his name? Little African boy.
Oh, his name escapes me right now.
That's all I got is a little African boy.
I'm not messing
but
with
he's
you.
balling. I mean, he's a ball of energy. You know what I mean? When he comes on the floor, it was only a matter of time before they slid him into the starting lineup. But when he gets on the floor, he's active. He can score with his back to the bucket, and he can put the ball on the floor and go to the rim. So, but I look to see Eli Brooks.
Musa? Dabi?
Yeah, that's it.
Musa. That's it. Is Musa. Remember your pressure points. Musa.
Hey, listen. I'm going to tell you something funny, and you're going to know exactly as soon as I say it. When you said that, all I thought about was the Boondocks Christmas special.
Wasabi. I am a Boondocks enthusiast.
There you go. See, I knew it immediately. So, but I'd like to say Michigan is in there in the Big Ten, but right now it kind of looks like it's a Purdue thing. I mean, they got bigs, they got guards, they got long guards that can defend on the wing, and then you got a 7-footer just sitting back there just waiting on you. Purdue's a good team, man.
Yeah. Glad to see it. You ready to talk a little? Well, before we do that, did we already give the women love? We already talked about.
We were on our way to giving the Michigan women love for beating top 5 Baylor
Yes.
today in the one of them classics.
Yeah, because we were there. That's what made it a classic. But Miss Brown showed out, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. So
Leah Brown from Northern Indiana. You know, they
good
got
deal.
4 Indiana girls on that team and 2 coming in next year.
Yeah. Well, they know where to go. They know where the talent pool is right now.
Yeah.
So why not?
I mean,
And
it's all Hamilton County, but it's still Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana. Right. We didn't say Indianapolis. We said Indiana.
Yeah. What do we got here? Looks like UConn's up on Louisville right now. Number 7 UConn without Paige Buckner. She's
Right.
out.
That was
I think
sad.
3
Did we
weeks.
talk about that?
Nah, it was on our week off. It was on our week, and it was non-contact too, man.
That's what made it worse. Like you can't even blame it when you just make that step and it's like, oh, where did this come from?
Right. But at least it was not a season ending or career altering injury.
Right.
She'll be back a week or 2 before the tournament. So as long as they can hold serve, and it's Connecticut. So there's 5 stars and 4 stars all through the damn thing. You know what I mean? I've seen Gino more in the last 2 summers, you know what I mean, that I've seen some family members. Not that he was recruiting my daughter, he's just recruiting the girl that plays with my daughter. You know what I mean? So I've seen him a lot.
Back to the Indiana talent pool.
Back to the Indiana talent pool. Exactly. So nothing really stands out amazing.
One more about the women's before we got to give Indiana love. I know they were probably supposed to beat Western Michigan, but they did beat them, so they did handle their business.
The Indiana women?
Yes.
Top 10. Yeah, they're a good team.
Yeah, I knew. I mean, they Western Michigan, but hey, still put it on.
But they got some fiery white girls on the outside, man. I mean, like, where'd you get these guys at? These ain't from the farm. They got a little street somewhere. I mean, Indiana's been recruiting, man. They got a girl in the middle. What's her name? Stephanie. Matter of fact, funny. They're talking about her right now.
That's how good we are. You see how good we start talking about it and everybody else will start talking about it.
You see, talking about her right now. But, yeah, I mean, like, if you guys don't watch the women's game, man, you're missing a great brand of basketball, man. It's nice and fundamental. I mean, yeah, girls are athletic and some are starting to play above the rim a little more, but the game is pretty much played above, underneath the rim, and it's all fundamentals. The footwork is great. The timing is right. The form, everything is what the game was back when the 50s was playing for the dudes. Where could nobody jump where you wasn't allowed to.
Right. Definitely a better brand, more team ball oriented. You have to create space with the movement, and they play hard. Not that the men don't, but I feel like they play hard, consistently hard.
No, the men don't.
Not
40 minutes. No, they're
that's why I say it's more consistently hard.
Yeah, they're going to give you 32. The chicks is going to give you 41.
Okay.
So, anything else with the young ladies?
That's all I got. I got a lot for this NBA, though. I'll tell you that.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump right on into it, man, because the
NBA is hot right now. You want to do a commercial first, or you want to jump into it?
No, I don't. Let's go right into it.
Okay.
I'm on the roll.
I don't even know where to start. Let's start with Steph. Why not? Breaking the record, 3-point record. I feel like Steph is just transcending the game in a way it hasn't been done since Jordan, LeBron, Matt. Like, I know I'm throwing out big names, but I feel like he's really changed the game. And that's what all these players have done, right? All these players that I spoke of, because they played, other players started playing differently. And I feel like the game itself has changed. So I feel like when Steph came out, and was pulling from Egypt's land. I threw one at you. It was the last time we spoke about Egypt's land.
Last time one of us shot from there.
Since he did it on a consistent basis, it just turned the league upside down and turned it all around. Very entertaining brand. Golden State plays with their player movement. Reminds me of, like I said it before, is the early Lakers with our 80s Lakers with Magic and Showtime. So just congratulations to him. And they're playing amazing right now without Clay. So Clay's supposed to be coming back probably within a month or so. Clay will be back on the court, and we will really see what this thing is.
Yeah, you're looking at the first week of January. The last time I saw something come from Wojo, looks like the first week of January. So I would look for them to be hitting stride with the re-addition of Wiseman and Klay Thompson to about, let's say, coming out of the All-Star break. Because then he's been able, because I know he's playing in the G League right now. So I expect him to get his NBA legs these couple weeks that he comes back in January, heading into the All-Star month in February. And then after that, I think they're running and gunning. And I don't want to say it, but I will say it. Wiggins is playing okay.
Defense. It's amazing how a culture, just the culture, being in a certain type of culture, can bring something out of you like that. Because I don't know if he would be the player he is if he was in Detroit, if he was in New York, if he was in wherever. I felt like they brought that out of him.
I agree. But since you brought up Steph, I had a conversation with my big brother the other day, and we was chilling. I said this, and he agreed with me, which kind of surprised me. I'm going to see what your take is on it. You know what I mean? Knowing me, I'm a person who does not like to do greatest comparisons or greatest lists because I don't feel that you can take people out of their time and try to fantasize what they would or would not be with the rules or the allowance of those eras. So I said this to him. I said, I think Steph Curry is the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, but I can't call him the greatest shooter of all time.
I guess it would depends on who do you feel like is the greatest shooter. Who are we
comparing
him to?
I don't.
No, I'm saying So you're saying there is no greatest shooter of all time?
I don't think you can because you have too many variables, too many parameters. Like when you go to 3-point, you can narrow that down. You know what I'm saying? You can narrow that down to only 3-point shots. And then you can narrow that down to almost a specific date. You know what I mean? When you go to shooter, you're including everybody that's ever played the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the 3-point shot has such an effect on scoring of the game. People forget, like before the 3-point line happened, there was cats out there that shot mid-range and shot over 50% from the mid-range and put up 50 and 60 points consistently. And they weren't bigs. You know what I'm saying? You had guys that averaged 33 points a game and only shot mid-range.
I feel like it could be quantified because the court's the same, the rim's the same, the ball's the same. I understand there are things you can't quantify, like styles, like driving to the hole with the hand checking in the 80s. Yeah, but 30 feet away is 30 feet away from the 50s to now. 20 feet away.
But see, that's what I'm
20
saying.
20 feet away.
That's what I'm saying. They're adding this element, right? But if you look at it, before the 3-point line even existed, you had guys who were shooting out there. It was just never static. It was never videotaped. All you heard was word of mouth.
Was it not stated as just a field goal? Like it wasn't a 3-point field goal, but it was a field goal.
I mean, they were stated as field goals. No, they've never said he had the greatest he's a great. They said he's the greatest shooter. I never said he had the greatest shooting percentage. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You know what I mean?
I'll give you
shooting
that.
percentage. Yeah, shooting percentage should have a lot to do with it, and that's what I'm trying to factor into it. You know what I mean?
Well,
Great.
I still
Granted,
go
he's a
back.
90, 50, 40 guy. Well, you can look at Maravich. You can really, I mean, Larry did play in the 3-point era, but he didn't shoot threes. I mean, he did, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He didn't do it at the clip that
they do
they're
now.
doing now, right?
But Larry was cash. You know what I'm saying? It's cash money. You got guys like that. I mean,
But I just feel like Steph is not just a 3-point specialist. His mid-range game is nice too. I've seen him go on tear. So I guess I'm just saying, I'm not saying Steph is just a 3-point shooter. I've seen him get hot mid-range. I've seen him, layups. He's pretty all around offensively. Like, there's not too many things I haven't seen him do offensively.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I can say he's the greatest 3-point shooter because the stats have proven it. Cannot say he's the greatest shooter. Now, I can say he's one of the greatest shooters to ever play the game. I can clearly say that because there's a whole gene pool of guys that can shoot the ball. You know what I mean? If you wanted to say that, if you want to say the greatest shooter, you know what I mean, get a time machine, bring a ball back, throw them in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Here's 100 shots. Whoever makes the most out of these, a variant of 100 shots that we have selected, there you go. Unless you can do that, then you really
There
can't
is
say
no. It's subjective. Everyone can have their opinion, and it's great conversation piece. It is because you get to bring up some of the older players and make sure they're remembered because they did help lead the foundation to this great game that we love.
Yes. All right. Brooklyn. All right. So they say they brought Kyrie back because they felt that they needed him and that they would only need him in away games, right? Since he can't play in Brooklyn. So here's my thing. Durant is doing what? He's leading the league in scoring, right?
Yes.
The league in scoring.
And he's
Brooklyn,
up to the number one. Like he's number one as of now, overtakes Steph for number one for MVP.
right. Yeah. So vote number one vote getter right now for MVP. Yes. Kyrie's not playing. James Harden's injured. 6 other people on the COVID list. Kevin Durant by himself with some people you don't know. And Blake Griffin. And they're number one in the East. Why do we need Kyrie to bring distractions back to the team again?
Don't worry. He came back. He's already in the protocol. He ain't hit the floor yet, and he's already in the protocol.
Yeah, him, Durant, and James are in the protocol. And the wife said, well, stop passing around the same skank.
She must be.
I said it's not All-Star break. It's not All-Star break. It's regular season.
Stay out of them clubs. Let Paul George tell you, stay out of them clubs.
So, what do you think the effect is? It going to be a positive effect, or is it going to be a negative effect when Kyrie comes back to play only away games?
I think it's going to be a negative effect. Unfortunately, I really don't have nothing against the guy, other than the fact that players understand why he did it. So just do it. If you don't want to play because you don't want to do what it takes to play, then stay away. Don't come back now in the middle of the middle. Because to me, it looks like he did this just so he could have these first few months off. Because that's what he's done throughout his career, unfortunately, was take time off. So this was just the excuse for this year. Now that things are getting, closer to game time, because let's be honest, the NBA usually picks up around Christmas, right? Christmas,
right when the NFL goes into the playoffs.
Right. So it's ironic that now they want to, and after KD put in, like KD's been putting in work. I will give it to Durant. He's been putting in work. The minutes, he's like, I'm not tripping. Right. I'm not. He's not tripping. He's like, I love ball. Play me 30, 40 minutes. I'm out here. That's true love of the game.
Hey.
So when you see that, and then you contrast it with, I guess I'll play now. Like it's a recipe for some.
And it's it sound like the same type of stuff almost that Kobe and Shaq went through. But the fact is that those two were just so good, they was going to win regardless, despite themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't remember.
Like, I don't think Kyrie is that good.
Do you remember Shaq taking off like that though? I don't remember.
No,
He might not be.
No, he wasn't taking off. Just Kobe just thought he was lazy. Like Shaq would never get into shape until like February.
Yeah, he would play his way into shape. He wasn't over the summers putting in work.
Nah. And Kobe's like, hey man, I'm out here grinding. And you just like, and he's like, and his mentality was, if you can put my grind in what you are, you will be better than ever was ever. And I think that's how KD approaches. I think he has the same mentality that Kobe's got. Like, bro, I'm out here grinding. Look at him. That's a dude just grinding. He looked like a dude that's been on Asbury for, 4 weeks.
Dropping Asbury.
He's like a guy that's been on Asbury for 4 weeks, you know what I'm saying, with the same jeans on.
Yeah, same clothes, just out there getting it.
You know what I mean? And I don't think he feels that, and that might be the ultimate reason why he might not even stay in Brooklyn after this year. Like, he wants to go somewhere where people is grimy like he's grimy. Hell, he might end up with Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? Them two grimy cats together will be a grimy championship.
And coffee.
Black Booth.
You done with this? I got something after this.
No, keep going.
I'm sorry. But I got to bring up injuries a little bit.
Okay.
I really feel like someone has cursed AD
Anthony
at this point.
Davis.
Because I saw how he got injured, and it was such a fluke. Right. It was such a fluke. But he's like, bloop, 4-6. You know me, dog. 4-6. It was bound to happen. Like, we didn't wish it on him, but we kind of knew at some point something was going to happen.
Yes, we did. Another conversation I was having with my brother. We talking about the same. He's like, hey, man, is he really? I said, hey, but I saw it. It was a fluke. My guy was playing good defense. He was where he was supposed to be, and somebody just fell on this shit. Just all, you know what I mean? But I'm like, well, he's injury prone. You know what I'm saying? You breathe on him.
Don't take much.
You know what I mean? He's the TY of the NBA. I mean,
after he got a certain age. Also, speaking of injuries, Zion, man.
Oh, yes, he is highlighted. He is highlighted. He's in yellow highlights. This little fat Pillsbury dog. He could be the stand-in for the little. If you spray painted him white, he could be the stand-in in the new Ghostbusters movie for the little Stay Puft dude.
Not the Pillsbury. But do you think he'll ever once again? So he's Greg Oden reincarnated.
Yeah, I think he might be saying bully, bro. Oh. He might be saying bully. I mean, like, dude, like you aren't even trying. You're not even, if you hear his eating regimen, like you ain't even trying to get yourself into any kind of shape. You're saying, well, he's just diet, but he can't stop eating whole pizzas. Then he ain't changed his diet.
Yeah. It's crazy. It just takes you back to how much you love the guy. I don't want to question his love as far as period. I'm sure he does have love for the game. He just may love something a little bit more.
Pizza.
Not just pizza. Whole pizza.
It was like, yeah, like, listen, I remember when I could eat a whole pizza. I could real easily, but we were playing 6 days a week, twice a day.
This is after you talking about after we got out of college, right?
Yeah, this is after college.
Yeah, after college, we played a minimum of 2 times a day, except for Friday.
Hey, Uncle Mark, let me tell you something funny. Let me tell you something funny. He has a chef.
He said these are gourmet pizzas here.
You know what I'm saying? He has a chef. You know what I mean? This is what the Pelicans was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, Wojo, he gets all the inside scoop. Like he's got a chef that the team has supplied for him. You know what I'm saying? My guy can't get it together. Hey man, I ain't never been to New Orleans. Not really sure what the pizza scene in New Orleans. I know the food scene in New Orleans is outstanding. You know, you got the good gumbo, the jambalaya, all that good Creole food. You know, was good. Where you getting pizza at that damn good, bro?
It might be the chef. I'm telling you, it's chef gourmet pizza style.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just it's sad and it's terrible because last season going into the summer, you heard all of the hoo-ha was Zion's not happy. You need to put people around him. One, why do we care if somebody who hasn't played a full season yet is happy or not?
Right.
You know,
We'll be happy just to see you on the court.
What the conversation is how can we be getting some of this money back?
He's gonna be like Austin Crozier, just be on the Pelican TV network for the next 30 years.
Oh, you gonna earn that money?
Yeah, you gonna get you. We gonna get everything out of you for this money that we just invested in you.
Hey, that sounds
You
like
might
one of
see
them.
him shooting the t-shirts on the court out to the fans. He's gonna be sweeping up after the game. He's gonna be doing a little bit of everything.
He's on popcorn duty.
Yeah, but they keeping him away from the pizza though.
Yeah, right. You can't even go over there, man. The pizza's too good. You know what I mean? No, but it's a shame, man, because the talent, you can obviously see the talent there. You can obviously see the high upside that he had, but you can't play at that weight at that level, and the explosiveness that he plays with. You can't do it, man. It's bad on your knees, and sorry to say, I don't think your jump shot is that good. So when your knees go, that you'll be able to hit that mid range like Larry Johnson did when his knees went. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the biggest true test when an athletic person that plays above the rim, the majority of their life, can they transition to playing below the rim?
Yes, I transitioned very well.
I didn't have to transition. I was
My
always
jump
below
shot got better.
the rim. I was always below the rim.
Yeah, I had to. I mean, I could always hit the open J. I could always hit the tough shot, but I didn't get real consistent in my jump shot until I'm gonna say them late or them early middle 30s, like when I was, coming out of the first divorce. That's when I figured out the jump shot is my best bet. Every once in a while, I'll catch a boy, you know what I'm saying, on nice fast break off tip dunk or something. But yeah, most of them turn into nice 1-2 layups.
Lay it up.
You know what I mean? I'm picking and popping, no more picking and rolling.
I got one more for you. I don't know if you knew. And if you knew, I want to know about your Lakers. You know who they just signed?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yes. And not that Isaiah Thomas. Not the top 50 Isaiah, the under 50 Isaiah.
Yeah, the comic relief Isaiah Thomas. Who led the team in scoring his first day back. Yes. I'm aware of this 10-day signing. I don't have an opinion for or against. No, yes, right. I do. I do have an opinion. I do. And I'm just going to say 2 words. White Mamba.
Is that Caruso? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
He should have kept the Caruso.
So he's the missing link.
He is the missing link, buddy. You know what I'm saying? He's coming off the bench with that hard-nosed wing defense. He's making the play. You know what I mean? He's going to get the steal. He might catch him on blocker, too. I mean, if you're slipping, the white boy's going to dunk on you.
I thought the missing link was Rondo. Man, when Rondo came back, I thought that was going to make all the difference. Fortunately, I don't think Rondo got much to pass to. Carmelo's about the only one left, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, and Carmelo's only gonna give you away games. How you shoot better no home games? He's only gonna give you home games. If he's in the Staples Center, or what is it called now? The jackheroff.com
I
center
don't know.
something.
I'm still trying to get used to not calling it Banker's Life, but it's something else. I didn't even hear the news when it happened.
I don't even know what it happened when they shut it down and made the chicks play at the fairgrounds when they did all the renovations.
Um, but
Bridgeport Life or something.
yeah, something.
I
I don't know. Right. I miss MSA a little bit though. I miss MSA.
I do. Yeah. Marcus Arena was the shit, man.
I'm telling you, I used to go like my junior year of high school, senior year, well, mostly junior year, like every other weekend I was there. Bought them cheap sheets and struck right back down to the middle ground.
Yeah, you can do that back then. You can do that back then. Yeah, man. I remember those days, man. MSG, man. That was
No, MSA, not G.
MSA. Yeah,
We
it
ain't
happened.
messing with the guard. We ain't messing
No,
with the
no
guard.
one, no one. Well, it's the Garden of Indiana. How about that? Or is that Newcastle's gym?
I don't know.
No.
Go
The
ahead.
last thing I got for basketball, I would say kudos to the NBA against the NFL. Darren Williams with a terrible bouncy
Oh,
display.
I was gonna talk about that. That was one of my things too. Hey, no, he did the good. Darren was the one that knocked dude out.
No, he won
Oh
on a
no,
split decision.
it was the YouTube guy. What
Yeah,
the
Jake Paul.
YouTube
Yeah,
guy knocked out
yeah,
your boy. I thought it was there. I had it mixed up. I thought it
yeah.
was
He
there.
knocked out Tyrone Woodley ass. You sure
And it
did.
was
Yeah.
hey man, did you see? Like it was legit. Like
Yeah,
you
he knocked
can't.
you. Hey, I saw somebody try to say he showed him when he was getting ready to throw the punch. He's like he showed him the twitch in his hand when he was getting ready to throw the punch. You saw Willie had his guard up. He shook his wrist, and then Willie dropped his hands, and then he hit him. That's what some dude who wants to fight him was trying to say. I'm like, get out of here. No, you just
Conspiracy
knocked this.
theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he knocked his ass out. But then again, this is an MMA fighter who is not allowed to do what MMA fighters do. When you get hit with a good shot, what do? They grab you, take you to the mat, and hold on till they get their shit together. In boxing, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You take it away an advantage of them. Like, I can't stand here and punch at you, so I'm gonna go down here and kick your inner thigh so you can't throw that punch. You know what I'm saying? Go fight him in the octagon and see how that turn out.
That'd be very interesting. Very interesting.
But speaking of that, because you got Masvidal, who did already put out his Twittergram, his shit. Like, hey, bro, you keep talking about the UFC. Why don't you come on over here? You can sign you a one fight deal. I'll break your fucking jaw and I'll send you on your way. That's what he like, that was not my word. That was word for word. I read it this morning. It was like, that's great.
Hey,
but no.
Speaking of MMA, did you hear what's the old girl's name who just came back? She was on top. She fell out, got divorced, blah blah, ownership, and then she came back. I can't think of her name. I was watching something about her, and I can't think. She was number one, but she lost her belt. But now she's trying to come back.
Cyborg or Misha Tate?
I don't. The names don't. It don't ring a bell. We'll move on.
Yeah, because the biggest thing with that right now was Emmanuel Nunez tapping out last week.
Was she? Did she? All right, we'll talk about it. I don't want to waste the time.
Yeah.
The one thing. How about this? Can you tell me right now? Moving on. Can you tell me right now who is number 3 in the Eastern Conference right now?
The Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, right. They're finally doing what they should have been doing years ago. But no, the Cleveland Cavaliers are 19-12.
Hooping.
I didn't even. I looked at. They have a better record. Let me tell you who they got a better record than. The defending champions, Milwaukee Bucks, by just one loss, but still, that is crazy.
Hey, man.
I never would have thought Cleveland would bounce back. I like this. And then you got Atlanta and New York, who I thought would be great teams, are struggling, man. Struggling.
Grainbridge Fieldhouse.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
I'm sure it has something to do with some farming.
Some corn somewhere, some soybeans or something.
Grain bridge. All right. A bridge made of grain. Amber ways of grain. No, Cleveland is playing great basketball right now. They got a very good balanced team. One of the best players that even playing right now is Sexton, Colin Sexton. He's not even playing, but you got Graham, I think his last name is, who's playing really well. You got the rookie Woodley is playing good.
Yeah, the rookie is playing nice.
Yeah, and you got Jared Allen, big Afro puff. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He signed a long-term deal. He's anchoring and playing good ball down there. But the name that you got to talk about with this resurgence of Cleveland, so to speak, is Rubio. Ricky Rubio has made a huge splash on leadership and how you can play on a team that's not supposed to be good and be good. So kudos to Cleveland playing good ball.
We just see if they can sustain it. That's the next. Like you're here, you're already here. Now let's make sure you sustain it. Make sure you do everything to be on the court, because I feel like some of these players are not doing everything they need to do to stay available and to stay out of protocol.
Yeah, man. I'm unfortunately you're starting to see games on both the NFL and the NBA start to be postponed and canceled or canceled. There's been a few NCAA games that's been postponed or canceled, but you're starting to see those starting to happen. So at some point in time, I kind of feel that they're either going to tighten their restrictions and starting to lessen the crowd, or I don't think they're going to go back to a bubble situation. But I think they might start to thin out the crowd a little bit, and they might even take a postponement to try to get some of these people healthy. I mean, as you can really see it affecting the NFL, when you got games now scheduled out throughout the week to try to get games in, because you can't even fall back on your practice team when you got, 8, 9, 10 people. You know what I'm saying?
And the biggest thing is they're going to try everything they can do to play these games, because it's not like last year, because it was easier last year because why? No fans in the stands. Are these teams now, are you going to give back this money now? So they're going to try to do everything possible to be able to play, even though the product may be a little watered down.
Yeah, so that's it, bro.
Is that all I got here? Yeah. That's it for me too, man.
Well, there you have it. Well, we got Christmas coming up. We got Christmas Day games. So that's going to be fun. We got bowl games all week. You got work all week, but
I do. Monday through Thursday. But I am off Friday, Saturday. So I will be off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I will have the kids over. I'm getting my breakfast together. It's going to be a pretty decent spread. Hopefully get to see some family and just kind of enjoy the day, man. Hopefully it'll be good basketball. Like I said, the product's kind of watered down. Hopefully by then a lot of people will be out of protocol, even though it's really just a week away. But I guess now when they test, it's not even testing this secondary test. It's not whether you have it or not. It's how much of it you have.
That sounds like what it is. Like if you're vaccinated, they're just testing to make sure you're asymptomatic. If you got 2 negative tests, man, you ain't got to sit them 10 days, get your ass back on the floor.
Make this money.
Yeah, get out there and work. But yeah, man. So obviously I know I'll probably talk to you at some point in time. But yeah, we're not gonna do too much here for Christmas. We're doing the normal thing, go out to Monrovia for Christmas Eve, wake up, take that boy to his mama on Christmas Day, and then I'm locking the bad boy down.
I hear that.
Football and basketball all day.
So definitely for the Eye of the Storm, happy holidays to everyone. Everyone be safe. Also, shout out to the Colts. I know this is a basketball show, but they put it on the Patriots last night. It was good to see. Crazy that they only threw 12 passes. Only threw 12 passes.
That's great. You want him to throw less. I want him to throw less.
Can we go to 10? Can we go to 10?
Yeah, we go to 10, man. I talked about this on the football show, bro. I'm sorry, but you brought it up. You know what I mean?
I opened the can.
Yes, you did. Give the ball to Jonathan Taylor. Period. That's all you need to do. Give it to him. Carson Wentz, like if they don't drop those other 2 interceptions, that's a totally different game. Let's not sit here and start acting like Carson Wentz has become a good quarterback. No. Jonathan Taylor is an exceptional running back, and we try to give Carson as least amount of opportunities to fuck up.
And the crazy part, I don't know if you heard this, they said, Reich was almost the play where he broke it out, where he shut the door, game over, dropped the football, dropped the mic, whatever. He was going to call a passing play on that play, but it was like, I guess we'll run it.
See, they both need to go. Him and Carson. They both need to go together. Get him out of here.
But other than that, are you going to mess with The Matrix on Wednesday? Or actually, it's on HBO Max, so you don't even have to go. But Matrix comes out Wednesday.
I will eventually see it. And no, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm going to watch it on some type of stream that I do not or may have.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly. But no, I am going to hit up the movies a couple times though. But I think it's going to be like Marvel shit, man, with the boy because he's out on Christmas. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do. He likes the movies, and they've gotten a little better on the inside of the theater with, the shit going on right now. So, I'm good with it. They
got better in general, man. Man, they got recliners. Like, where was this when we was coming up?
Hit the button, son.
Recliners.
Hit the button. You ain't even got to bump it. Just hit the Can't beat movie theater popcorn. Hey, GMC is now selling their buttered popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
AMC.
Yes, GMC.
What is it with you and G's? Like you just G'd up today.
What up, son? Hey, listen, I did go to the football game yesterday. No, the basketball game. G'd up. Like I look like an East Coast dude. I mean, a West Coast gangster from LA. Then I had my Charles Woodson jersey on, had my do rag, but my gray cap. You know what I mean? My Chuck Taylor's on. Yeah, I stepped up here like.
I would say C-walk, but you'll probably say G-walk up in this.
I'll probably say broke ankle walk up in this. All right, man. Yeah. That's all I got. All right, man. Happy holidays to you. How about just all the Mormons, Uncle Mark, all the other peeps, BW Sports, State of Basketball, Big Storm, the one. I'm out. Hit us on the website. You know what it is. I ain't got to repeat it. It's been scrolling. Go ahead.
Happy holidays to the Thomases as well, and your moms, grandma. I'm even throwing holiday love to Prince Snoopy Jackson.
Wow. Okay. I'm not.
It's the holidays, man. It's the holidays.
Yeah.